Nikita and the missing star Tchéky Karyo passes away at the age of 72. At the age of 72, Tchéky Karyo, a French-Turkish actor best remembered for his iconic roles in La Femme Nikita, The Missing and Bad Boys, passed away. The adored actor died quietly in Paris after a brief illness, surrounded by loved ones, according to his family, who confirmed his death on Friday. Tchéky left this world as he lived in it, with strength, grace, and art in his soul, his wife and daughters stated in a news release. "We are incredibly appreciative of the love he received from admirers all over the world because he dedicated his all to his job and his family." Both the French and worldwide cinema communities have been devastated by the news of his passing. Karyo was one of Europe's most versatile and well-respected actors for more than 40 years. He was equally at home in quiet, poetic dramas shot on the streets of Paris as he was in high-profile Hollywood thrillers. Born in Istanbul, Turkey on October 4, 1952, Baruh Djaki Karyo was raised in Paris with his family. He had a profound sense for identity and narrative as a result of growing up in two different cultures. These topics would subsequently influence his acting career. While studying theater and literature at the Conservatoire National Supérieur d'Art Dramatique, Karyo fell in love with performance. Intense, perceptive, and filled with subdued tenderness, he started to build the complex emotional style that would become his trademark there. He performed classic pieces by Molière and Shakespeare at the Théâtre National de Strasbourg throughout his early career. Colleagues say his presence was captivating even back then. He was reportedly referred to as a man who could speak with his eyes before saying a single word by fellow actor Jean-Louis Trintignant. Breakthrough and ascent to notoriety. When Tchéky Karyo started making appearances in French films in the early 1980s, he immediately gained recognition for his expressive face and genuine emotions. His breakthrough performance was as the tough yet sympathetic federal agent Bob in Luc Besson's 1990 picture, La Femme Nikita. Karyo's performance became one of the film's emotional pillars, and it was a commercial and critical success. Karyo gave the narrative heart, while Anne Perraud's main character brought fire to the screen. He was remembered for his ability to combine compassion and harshness. Nikita's success gave Karyo international opportunities. He was immediately cast with some of the biggest names in American film when Hollywood took notice. His performances in Kiss of the Dragon, 2001, The Patriot, 2000, and Bad Boys, 1995, exposed him to a worldwide audience and cemented his status as one of the most captivating European performers to enter American cinema. Beyond Hollywood. During his Hollywood career, Tchéky Karyo demonstrated his remarkable versatility. He portrayed both heroes and villains with equal conviction, never going overboard or losing his humanity. His performance of the slick yet menacing villain Fouchet in Bad Boys, with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, became a notable aspect of the movie. He played the French officer Jean Villeneuve in Roland Emmerich's The Patriot, battling alongside Mel Gibson's character during the American Revolution with a quiet dignity. However, Karyo never gave up on French cinema, in contrast to many actors who fled their native nations for Hollywood. He traveled between nations with ease, assuming parts that represented his twin identities as a worldwide performer and a European artist. Working with renowned directors like Jean-Jacques Annaud and Bertrand Tavernier in France, he starred in movies like Doberman, 1997, and Alors, The Bear, 1988. Every role felt purposeful, selected for purpose rather than celebrity. "I never act to be seen," Karyo previously stated in an interview. "I pretend to convey a truth about what it is to be human." On television, the missing stardom. Later on, television brought Karyo back to prominence on a global scale. He became well known to a new generation of fans when he played retired French detective Julien Baptiste in the BBC series The Missing, 2014 to 2016. The drama was both dark and incredibly compassionate as it examined the emotional destruction caused by child disappearances. Critics praised Karyo's portrayal of Baptiste, a guy motivated by kindness yet plagued by grief. He played the same part again in the two-season spin-off series Baptiste, which went on to become one of the most acclaimed dramas on the BBC. Karyo added a depth and soulfulness to television that made every word feel earned, according to critics. Karyo's performance as Julien Baptiste is a masterclass in subtlety. The Guardian reported in 2019. He transforms silent observation into poetry. A multifaceted artist. Tchéky Karyo was a talented musician and poet in addition to being an actor. He put out a number of recordings that combined folk. Credo, his 2013 album, and its sequel, A New Side of Him, introspective, spiritual, and intensely personal, was shown in Credo too. The majority of his songs were written by him, and they frequently dealt with themes of love, time, and the pursuit of serenity. Music is the breath between words, Karyo said in one of his last interviews. I talk about acting, I listen while I sing. He is a very sensitive man, according to friends and colleagues. In a social media homage, actor Vincent Cassel wrote, he carried art in his veins. You felt Tchéky, not just saw him perform. A calm life away from the screen. Despite being well known throughout the world, Karyo had a quiet existence. He was renowned for his humor, humility, and love for his family. He was married to actress Isabel Pasco for more than 30 years, and the two of them had 2 daughters who frequently accompanied him to music events and premieres. Colleagues reported that Karyo was remarkably grounded when not in front of the camera. He enjoyed calm chats, delicious meals, and long walks in the outdoors. He frequently expressed thanks for his path, his audience, and his work. Every role, every song, every moment is a chance to say thank you for being alive, he stated in a 2020 interview. Art is about expressing what it means to exist, not about flaunting oneself. Honors from the music and film industries. Tributes came in from all across the world after word of his passing spread. Karyo was hailed by French President Emmanuel Macron as a bridge between cultures, a man who carried the voice of France to the world. He brought truth to every scene, said Luc Besson, who directed him in La Femme Nikita on Instagram. He became instead of acting. I learned so much from him on the set of Bad Boys, actor Will Smith wrote in a poignant post on X, previously Twitter. A lovely spirit, a true artist. You may relax, my brother. Fans recalled him for the subdued passion he gave to every part, even outside the profession. Many talked about how they had learned empathy and compassion from his characters, particularly Julien Baptiste. Influence and legacy. Tchéky Karyo had appearances in over 80 movies and television shows over his 40-year career. His body of work shows that he is an artist who doesn't mind complication. He portrayed dads, warriors, poets, and villains, yet he maintained the same moral complexity throughout. It is impossible to overestimate Karyo's impact on French cinema. He contributed to redefining the French actor's reputation on the international scene as deeply human rather than merely romantic or enigmatic. He was frequently mentioned by younger artists as a mentor who inspired them to pursue sincerity in their work rather than popularity. He received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Cannes Film Festival in 2022, which recognized both his performance and his contributions to international culture. If I have touched people, it's because I have been touched by life first, Karyo humbly remarked during his victory speech. Last years and goodbye. In order to prioritize his health and spend more time with his family, Karyo has quietly retired from performing in recent years. He kept on his poetry writing and music recording from his rural home studio in France. The Last Melody, his last movie, was finished last year and will be released posthumously in 2026. According to friends who collaborated with him, the part, that of an elderly musician considering forgiveness and legacy, beautifully reflects his own life. He was an artist who never stopped searching for meaning, even at the end, according to producer Marion Slott. His final performance is a musical farewell that is eerily lovely. Next week, there will be a private event for family members and a public homage at the Theatre de la Madeleine in Paris. A life recollected. The emotion that Tchéky Karyo left behind is more significant than his filmography as the world bids him farewell. He possessed a unique talent for making people feel heard and transforming even silence into narrative. His characters were never only parts. Rather, they were unvarnished, imperfect, inquisitive, and very human representations of life. Every time he performed, he reminded us that beauty can exist even amid brokenness and that strength can coexist with sensitivity. Scenes from Nikita, phrases from The Missing, and lyrics from his songs are just a few of the moments that fans all around the world continue to share. For many, his work was more than just amusement, it was soul-stirring art. He was asked how he wanted to be remembered during one of his final interviews. As a man who tried to love what he did, and to do it with truth, he remarked with a smile. That fact still stands as his family, friends, and coworkers lament his passing. Generations to come will be inspired by Tchéky Karyo's legacy of artistry, humility, and enthusiasm.